In this video, we have another cost decision, and the cost decision deals with should we replace our old machine with a new machine. So we have some machine in our factory and we have a decision of whether we should replace it with a new machine or just go ahead and keep using it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the cost of keeping the machine versus the cost of buying a new machine, and whichever cost is lower, we're going to go with that. As simple as that. But as we've done all with all the cost decisions before, we're only going to focus on relevant information. So we go through this, and if you can see, we have some information related to the old machine over here as well. We have the original cost of $90,000, and now if you remember, the original cost is not relevant anymore. We This is something that we paid for before, and this was a machine we bought a few years ago, and that money is gone. It's been paid. It has no relevance on the current decision. In fact, it's a sunk cost. So we are not going to use it in the evaluating the decision. So we don't care about the original cost and accumulated depreciation. We don't care about that as well. That's really part of the original cost. And book value is a measure based on the original cost, so we don't care about that either. And we also don't care about depreciation expense. Again, that's based on the original historical cost. So all of these numbers are based on sunk cost. And we're not going to use that sunk cost in evaluating our decision of whether or not to replace this old machine. So the cost of the machine, let's think about what we're going to lose if we hold on to the machine. If we keep the old machine, we can sell it, and currently its worth is $14,000. So that's an opportunity cost of holding the machine. If we don't hold the machine, we can sell it for $14,000. So we have an opportunity cost of $14,000. We can decide to sell this machine and buy a new machine because it's sellable right now. But if we hold the old machine, we lose out on this opportunity. So we have $14,000 opportunity cost. However, if we decide to keep the old machine, we will get some of that back in 5 years because this machine has a salvage value of $2,000. So we'll get this $2,000 back in 5 years. That's really going to reduce my cost. So the salvage value, if we decide to keep the machine, will reduce the total cost by $2,000. And then I have my operating expenses. To keep this current machine running, I'm having to spend $9,000 a year to keep it going. If I'm going to have to use this every year if I plan to use it for 5 more years. So we have $45,000 in operating expenses. So we have a total here, and we get $57,000. So that is what it's going to cost us to hold on to the old machine. And now let's look at it. Well, how much is it going to cost us for the new machine? Well, the first thing is the cost of the new machine. We got to buy it. So I got to pay $29,000 for the cost. However, the cost will be reduced because in 5 years we'll get $4,000 back, and we'll use that to reduce the cost. So it has a salvage value of $4,000 that will reduce the cost. And then we'll have to pay to keep this machine up like just we did the other machine. But this machine is a lot cheaper to keep up since it's brand new. So it's only costing us $4,500 a year to keep up for the total of $22,500. So the operating expenses to keep the machine running are just $22,500. So the total cost for the new machine is $47,500. So you can see that we just focused on relevant information. It's a better deal to buy a new machine, as you see. If we keep the old machine, it's going to cost us $57,000, and if we buy a new one, it's going to cost us $47,500. So the best decision is to go ahead and replace the old machine.